Yesterday, we told you a Converse County Sheriff's deputy shot and killed a man shortly after midnight. Converse County Undersheriff Justin Scott tells News 13 the shooting occurred near the Anderson Dairy fishing access, and the man who the deputy shot was this man, Robbie Lee Edison, a South Dakota man with a nationwide warrant for extradition back to South Dakota. The Northern Arapaho tribe is calling on the federal government to step in on the investigation of the deadly shooting at the Center of Hope. 32-year-old Roy Clyde is charged for the murder of Stallone Trostler and the attempted murder of Sonny Goggles. News 13's Jenna Jackson tells us more on why the Northern Arapahos consider this a hate crime. Demolition of buildings on the corner of 2nd Street and David Street in downtown Casper could start this fall to make way for a new public plaza. News 13's Cody O'Hara spoke with city officials pushing the project forward. And Cody, they say there's a lot of community support for this project.
Kevin.
All right, thanks, Cody. Looking forward to that project. Now, Hawley says it's important for those people in favor of the plaza to speak out about it. He says usually the small minority opposed to projects are the loudest ones in the room. Well, every year, the American Cancer Society puts on Relays for Life nationwide, events targeted towards raising money for cancer research and awareness. Today, that same event is happening right here in Casper, and our own Regina Ahn joins us live from the event.
25th year doing this here in Casper, where cancer survivors are really...
Sorry about that, folks. It looks like we're having a little bit of technical difficulties trying to get Regina live there. We will hear more about the Casper Relay for Life, however, in our 10 p.m. broadcast. Still to come here on News 13, in just the last couple of weeks, we've seen 2 deadly shooting attacks in Wyoming. The question now, is this a Wyoming problem, or is it just a small part of a much greater national trend? We'll find out later in the newscast, but for right now, we're going to check in with our chief meteorologist, Tyler Weir. And Tyler, the sun was out and doing its thing today, making everyone sweat. What can we expect for the weekend?
It sounds like more sweat. Yeah, I hope it wasn't too bad for you outside.
Not awful. Well, still to come right after the break, after 2 deadly attacks in Wyoming. One in Tennessee, one in South Carolina, and the most recent last night at a movie theater in Lafayette, Louisiana. The question being asked is, why are these attacks becoming more frequent right here in the U.S.? We'll have some answers for you coming up right after the break. Welcome back. From Lafayette to the shooter's hometown in Alabama, the consensus today is that John Houser's mental state should have disqualified him from buying a gun. So is the big issue mental health care, or is it guns, or is it both? Steve Handelsman has some answers. Welcome back, everyone. It's no secret that having a glass of wine with dinner increases the amount of calories you consume, but you might be surprised to learn of another way alcohol can wreak havoc on your diet. Researchers at the Indiana University School of Medicine conducted a small study on women by using MRI scans to determine what effect alcohol had on the brain. They found that alcohol made the hypothalamus fixate more on food aromas, and 2/3 of the women in the group had a larger lunch after having alcohol. Well, in my personal opinion, Green Eggs and Ham is one of the greatest pieces of American literature, and if you couldn't get enough like I can, there's hope. We'll show you why coming up in just a bit. Green Eggs and Ham, Cat in the Hat, Horde and Here's a Who. These are just some of Dr. Seuss's classics, which we all remember from our childhoods. And now a new book from the legendary writer is about to hit store shelves 25 years after his death.
They could do the world's highest high five. They should have done it. They had the option.
We'll do the lowest. There it is.